Alrighty, here we are on the Gateway Pundit. Jasmine Crockett says America needs illegal aliens to clean hotel rooms. Well, I don't really want to agree with her, but she's not wrong. Well, I'll pop in a video and take it from there.
If you are sending your kids to college to go and work on them. Okay, well, guess who is working the farms? So that you can afford your food.
That you can have food.
She's not wrong. Like a century ago, it was mostly families farming families. They would have like a dozen kids to do all the work around the farm. But then what happened? Companies started to buy up all the farms, and you had less and less family-owned farms, and the ones that were family-owned, they started having less kids, or they moved to the cities to find better employment for more money. So now what do farms do? They hire immigrants, or in America's case, illegal immigrants, because they're cheap. And now, in my area at least, I'm starting to see local produce. People are actually starting to grow their own produce again. Buy local. It's like 2-3 times as much, but yeah, local produce.
Now, how many of you are looking to send your kids into hospitality after this college education so they can go and make the beds at the hotels?
No one. Unless, of course, they get a useless college degree, or they drop out. Then they're saddled with debt. Then they have to work in hospitality, or, spend the rest of their life working at Starbucks.
How many of you are planning to send your kids to college? Because that's what we do here. We send everybody to college.
Yeah, that's the problem. You send everybody to college. Some of them aren't qualified. As a result, they drop out. Then they're saddled with debt for the rest of their life.
How many of you are planning to send your kids to college so that they can then go and build these houses?
Hey, now, there's nothing wrong with building houses. I mean, didn't Jimmy Carter used to do that? And why do you need to build so many houses? Because of all the immigrants. You let in immigrants, they have to be housed, they have to be fed, they have to be clothed. And what does that do? It creates more jobs that, again, need to be filled. It's a never-ending cycle. But if you had a natural population increase, i.e. births, you can predict how many births you're going to have and you can adjust yourself accordingly. But we don't have that anymore.
So the reality is that so long as we live in a capitalist society, there's always going to be someone or a group of people that will do work that some of the rest of y'all don't want to do. These are the people that are really making us great in this country.
Now, I can't tell with Democrats if she means legal immigrants or illegal immigrants, because Democrats use those two interchangeably and just call them both migrants, which is wrong, but that's what the Democrats do. Now, if I'm not mistaken, she's blaming capitalism. And again, technically she's not wrong, because capitalism gave rise to the hospitality industry, the fast food industry, and both these industries take up hundreds of thousands of employees, and they're entry-level jobs, which would be normally filled by teenagers just entering the workforce. But because the birth rate is tanking, there's not enough teenagers, so you got to bring in workers, regardless of their cultural compatibility, which is probably where the saying came from. Diversity is our strength. Well, anyway, that's it for my thoughts on this matter. Take care out there in clown world.